Hello, folks, and welcome to the County Sheep Podcast, episode 51. And I am Ruth, and I am the host of the Shenanigans here on YouTube. Welcome all to new listeners, new viewers, and welcome back if you've been with me for a little while. We are outside finally. It's not raining, it's not hella hot, and so I'm going to go with it. There's a little bit of a breeze in the air. There is some humidity, so if you see a little sweating going on, that's what that's all about. But I am going to go with it. So like I said, this is my podcast. I come here about every 2 weeks. And this is the backyard. This is my little farm in Vermont where my husband and I have 4 sheep, some chickens, Cooper, who is sitting right next to me here, who's our golden retriever, and our cat, who is mostly a house cat, so she stays inside, Dora. So yeah, that's us. And I talk about crocheting, knitting, spinning, possibly some other crafts that I might dabble in, and also goings on in and around the farm here. So yeah, like I said, the weather's not bad today, so I'm going with it. I have some crocheting. I have a couple of finished objects, believe it or not. And so I'm going to just dive right in here. Sorry if the camera shakes a little bit. That's just Cooper saying hello to everybody and jostling the table. So yeah, I'm going to start with crochet. I usually do. And I have a finished object to show you. And it's my Bougainvillea top by Nomad stitches. If you've been with me for the past couple episodes, you know I've been working on this. I've been working it up in the Scheepjes Stonewashed DK yarn, and so that's the background color. And then it also has some beautiful embroidery in the bodice area there. So I'm just going to bring that closer a little bit so you can see it better. I am so overjoyed with this because I don't really call myself an embroiderer, but I have been getting a wee bit better at it. With practice comes, not perfection necessarily, but practice makes everything better. So yeah, this was done in DMC floss, cotton floss. I used 6 strands because I figured this DK yarn needed something hefty enough to stand up on it. So these are some rose, I think they call it wheel stitch. In some books they call it wheel stitch, which gives you this nice rose. And then I did some leaf stitches and then some French knots. So yeah, I love it. I've had it on already. So yeah, it's really a special top that I'm going to enjoy for years. Nice and cool for this time of year. So yeah, so in terms of this motif, I went to the DMC website. They actually have, as you can register with them, and you can download free patterns, essentially free graphics of different things, and I just looked at their flowers and then chose some flowers out of one particular photo, and so I just went with this 3 combination. It's always kind of appealing to the eye to have 3 things to look at. So yeah, if you're needing any patterns or anything like that, I recommend the DMC website. Excuse me. So that's my finished object. My other finished object comes from a book, and if you were with me the last time, you know I was making some amigurumi, and I made it out of a year of Amigurumi friends. And I made the hen and the chick, and I couldn't leave well enough alone, so I decided to make the goose as well. So, so anyway, here's Greta. I think it's Gretel the Goose, and her little knitting basket with 2 yarn balls in it. These patterns are really well written, and she also has some tail feathers just like the hen did. I think I didn't show the full finished hen here last time. I was almost done with it, but not quite. But yeah, she's totally done, and really happy with her. In terms of, you know, the patterns, like I said, very well written, and they tell you where to put the wings exactly, how to sew the, you know, where to sew them on, and all, right down to how to tie her little shawl on. So so you can't go wrong with the book. She really walks you through every single step. So thought I'd share little Gretel with all of you as my other finished object for this time around. All right. So sadly, my other 2 crochet projects really haven't seen a lot of love. One of them has seen a little bit of love, and I realized at one point that I didn't make the back long enough, so I have to go back and add some length to it. But this is my Mirdza top out of Let's Crochet. It's the actually it's the cover photo there, and this is by Linda Skuja. And this is a wonderful top. I'm making this in Bijou Buche organic cotton. This is the label here, Le Petit organic cotton, excuse me. And I'm making it in this lovely gray color. I had misread the pattern, and it's totally user error. Before I went to the front, I didn't put enough length on the back, and that was just a matter of me misreading the pattern. So, and it's no big deal because I can just go back and add to the length on that. But this is how it's coming along. I love the fact that, you know, you can use the granny stitch in other things besides granny squares. So, and also that, you know, they have this lovely spider pattern as well in here. So yeah, it's a lovely yarn to work with too. It's so soft, and it's 100% cotton, and it's organic, so you can't go wrong. Yeah, so this is going to be my next, hopefully, thing to work on and complete, since it is a nice summer top to wear, and has some nice nice holes in it to allow air to flow through. So. All right, so that's the Mirdza. Another plug for Let's Crochet. I love this magazine. I'm really hoping they keep going with that theme. And then the other Linda Skuja top I'm working on is this a cardie, actually. It's called the Everleaf cardigan. And I am also doing this in Scheepjes Stonewashed, which is what I did the Bougainvillea top in. And I don't believe I worked on this at all. I really don't think it got any love at all. So I think when last we spoke, I had this chain coming down. This is like the split for the neck hole. But it's still very nice to look at. I think. I love the textured leaves in this. Yeah, and so this is, like I said, the Scheepjes Stonewashed DK, and this is in the yellow jasper colorway. Yeah, very pretty. It's a nice heathery color. And really working up nicely. So yeah, you know, when you spend a lot of time trying to get something else done, other stuff suffers. So I'm sure a lot of you can relate. So anyway, yeah, hopefully we'll get more work done on that in the future. And that's it for crochet, I think. Moving on to knitting, I have a finished object to share with you. And let me just pull it over here. Those of you who have been with me for a little while will know that I went to Shetland last year and I picked up some yarn from Donna Smith, who is Langsoon Designs, and I made the Atlantic Wave Slipover, and the designer for this is Eunson Designs, and here it is. I may have left it in the bath water a little too long because some of the purple has bled out. I'm not overly concerned about it. This is a slipover that I'm planning to wear with jeans as soon as the colder weather comes around. Also something to wear around the house as an extra layer. But yeah. Also, with the pattern, I got kind of confused at the end too. They say that the front is supposed to be eight rows longer than the back. And I did look up the errata on this pattern. There is errata. And even then, when I looked up, the numbers just didn't jive. So you're supposed to graft these shoulders, and I just decided to go for a 3-needle bind off. I just think it makes a nice decorative edge, and it also provides a nice stronghold for your shoulders, you know, a nice foundation. So I prefer to do it that way, and I think it works. So, but yeah, fun make, lace, color work, and no sleeves. So, but I really like it a lot. Yeah, so that is the Atlantic Waves Slipover by Eunson Designs, and that can be found in, I want to say it's the volume 2 of the Shetland Adventures. I think they're up to volume 6 or 7 now. But yeah, that's available in that particular book. Okay, and then my next thing in knitting, I shouldn't even show you this because there's been no progress, but I'll show it anyway just because it is a work in progress and I've done nothing on it. These are the traditional Gansy socks by Wendy Johnson out of her Socks from the Toe Up book. And let me see, I have the picture card here. So this is what they're supposed to look like. So as you can see, they are toe up. I actually like doing toe up socks. But I have not put any rows on these socks at all. What can I say? Some projects are like that. It's not that I don't like doing socks. It's just I'm a very slow sock knitter. And that's just the way it is, right? But I do love the pattern on them. Yeah, so maybe now that the slipover's done, I can concentrate on these a little bit more. This is done in sauna yarn. This is a 50% Andalusian cotton, 50% wool from Spain, and the wool I believe is from Merino as well as Manchega sheep. So that's the label there. All right. I feel like I'm going through a lot of stuff fast, but I want to get to spinning because it's now Tour de Fleece. Started a couple of days ago, 4 or 5 days ago, and I am participating. Fingers crossed I can keep up. But for just a little background, Tour de Fleece happens during Tour de France, and the theory is you spin wool while they're bicycling, and you can opt to rest on the days they rest, or you can continue. The rules are very loose, so. But I have been posting some reels on Instagram. My Instagram name is Counting Sheep at Sunrise Hill Farm. So if you want to catch me over there, I just put up some short reels about what I'm doing every day in terms of spinning. But just to go over it very briefly, I am doing 3 types of spinning, I'm going to say. I'm doing some drop spindling. So this is what a drop spindle looks like. And I have my fiber stored here on this diff staff. This diff staff I got from Katrinkles, which is kind of nice. It has a little hole down here and you can put your pinky through it so you can hold it up like that, and it kind of just stores your fiber while you're spinning. So yeah, so I've been doing this. This is one of my own Shetland sheep. This is Fiona. She's my only purebred Shetland. I have 2 out there that are Finn Shetland crosses, and then the other gal is a blue-faced luster. So I have kind of a mishmash, but they give me excellent fiber, so I'm not complaining. But yeah, I've been doing the drop spindling, which has been a lot of fun. And it's great to have Tour de Fleece to kind of keep me at this. So that's that one. I did finish my Shanika wool, and if you recall, this is a top I bought from Four Hearts Farm, and it's a Maine farm, and she hails from Maine, I should say. And there's her label there. And the Shanika wool is a blend of merino and Rambouillet, I believe. Don't quote me though. And anyway, she had it in this kind of cotton candy type of color. I've shown this skein before. This is the very first skein I finished. I finished the rest of the top, and the reason why I don't have it here to show you is it's actually wet and it's hanging up and it's blocking, so I didn't want to bring it out here. But yeah, this is non-superwash. I have 180 yards on here, but I think I determined I have over 500 yards to do a project with. So stay tuned for that. I'm really loving this. It's so soft. So yeah, go over and check out Four Hearts Farm. They have some really cool stuff. So I did this one on the e-spinner. So now the e-spinner needs another project for it to go along. So I'm planning on, I'll show you what I'm going to do next. And then on my Lendrum wheel, my regular stand-up treadle wheel, I'm still working on this Shetland and Sari silk combination. I still have a bunch of this left, which I processed myself, which means I washed it, I carded it again with sari silk, and then spun it. Yeah, so that's another project. Lots of projects, but anyway, yeah, enjoying this one a lot. This one will probably become a vest of some sort. And yeah. I hope you can see some of the little sari bits in there. So another thing I picked up at Rhinebeck last fall was some lovely dyed roving from Feederbrook Farm. And this is their info. And this is the roving. And I believe this is 8 ounces. Yeah, I believe it's 8 ounces, yeah. And Feederbrook hails from Maryland. And I'll just take some of this out to show you. I'm just loving this. I've been waiting to just dive into these colors, and I'm still undecided whether to spin this on my other stand-up wheel, my Louette, or to put this on the e-spinner. So stay tuned, we'll see. Instagram will tell the secret, so because I'm still undecided. But anyhow, my Louette deserves to have a project on it, so I'll see what happens. It may be this, or it may be something else. I have another similar colored fiber that I purchased online, so I may just go ahead and do one on one and this on the other. So we'll see, you know. somebody will look at the reels and go, that's the same exact fiber, because it looks very similar. So anyway, that's Feederbrook Farm. And so that's my stuff for Tour de Fleece. I'm interested in knowing if any of you are spinning for Tour de Fleece, or if you are spinners, and how's it going for you. So just leave me a comment. I like to kind of connect on that level with people and see where people are at in terms of their spinning journey. I like doing Tour de Fleece because it kind of gives me a shot in the arm, you know, because sometimes, especially in the summer, it's hard to work with wool, especially when your hands are sweaty. So I like, you know, in that sense, Tour de Fleece comes at a good time of the year when nobody wants to touch wool, and it's something to do in an air-conditioned environment and maybe get a lot done. So and that's how I look at it. It's an excuse to sit at my wheel or my e-spinner or my drop spindle and get some stuff done. So instead of having it pile up all the time. All right. So Shenanigans, I want to tell you that I'll probably not podcast in the next 2 weeks, or the 2 weeks from now, because I will be away in Maine, and it was a last minute decision for me. I gotta tell you. And I am going to kind of a craft camp. It's called Medomak Fiber Arts. I think it's Fiber Arts Camp, Fiber Arts Retreat. That's it. Fiber Arts Retreat. And I heard about it through Cal Patch, who is an instructor in sewing and crocheting. And she, I've taken a couple of classes with her, sewing, drafting patterns and that sort of thing. And I'm kind of doing a year-long class with her where we meet once a month and we learn different techniques on how to embellish the clothing that you wear. And she's actually the one who gave me the shot in the arm to start embroidering on things. So yeah, so that I give her full credit for that. But anyway, she is teaching at Medomak, and she put out a call on to this group that I'm in with her, this class group. And she's like, oh, you know, I'm going to put out one last plug here for Medomak. And so I went on and I looked at it and I looked at it and I looked at it. And I do like taking classes with Cal. She just has such a wonderful teaching vibe to her. And I looked at some of the other things that were offered, and they weren't knitting, they weren't crochet, although Cal does teach a crochet class there. And knitting is also taught there. One woman, actually it's Bristol Ivy, and she's out of Maine as well. Wonderful, wonderful instructor too. She's there teaching knitting, but I was looking more towards the things that I don't excel at. And so I wanted to learn new things, that sort of thing. So yeah, I signed up. Oh my God, I'm going to camp. I never really did camp as a kid. And we did day camp, a Girl Scout day camp. And so, but that's not really camp. so anyway, I'm looking forward to it. They have a nice lake there. Apparently you can go swimming, and there's marshmallows to toast, and the food I hear is excellent. So, so yeah, I've signed up to go to camp in Maine. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it, and I certainly will. I would podcast from there, except I don't know if they have any intranet there. So I'm just going to wait, and if I can put up a reel, I will, of the experience. Whoops. Hi, Cooper. And we'll go from there. But unless that happens, I will see you in 3 weeks time, right, usually around here midweek. And I hope you're staying well. I hope you're crafting. And yeah, drop me a message, a comment. Let me know what you're working on, and tell me how your summer's going. Okay? We'll see you next time.